Have you ever faced a frustrating error while coding in React? If you've encountered the dreaded type error, you're not alone. Today, we're diving into a common issue that many developers face. The error that says this.props.courses.map is not a function. I totally get it. You've built a React Redux application that loads courses from the server, and everything seems to be working perfectly. But then you try to add a feature to create a course, and boom, you hit a wall with that error. It's annoying, right? You're definitely not the only one who has faced this. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. One user recently asked, "Why am I getting a type error when trying to map over courses?" They mentioned that everything works fine until they try to post a new course. Sound familiar? Let's dig into this together and find a solution. So what could be causing this error? It often happens when the data you're trying to map over is not an array. In your case, it seems like the application is receiving a success object instead of an array of courses. We'll break it down step by step so you can figure out what's going on. And don't go anywhere. I've got a pro tip at the end that will help you avoid this issue in the future. To resolve the type error, the user should first check the structure of the data being returned from the server after creating a course. The user needs to ensure that the response is in the expected format. Next, the user should modify the action creator for creating a course. Instead of dispatching the load course action with the response directly, the user should dispatch an action that updates the course's state correctly. After updating the action creator, the user should ensure that the reducer correctly handles the action dispatched after creating a course. The reducer should append the new course to the existing list of courses. Finally, the user should ensure that the component correctly maps the updated state to props. The user can verify that the course's prop is always an array before calling the map function. Did you know? The first version of React was released in 2013, and it has evolved tremendously since then. Just like coding, learning is a journey filled with bumps along the way. Now, let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user suggests that the error occurs because the response from the server is not an array. When you create a course, the server returns an object instead of an array, which replaces the initial empty array in the state. This leads to the type error when trying to map over it. To fix this, the user recommends either returning a valid array from the server or updating the reducer to append the new course to the existing array. This way, the state remains an array and the map function can work correctly. Additionally, they emphasize the importance of understanding how Redux actions and reducers work together. The reducer should not replace the entire state, but rather modify it appropriately based on the action received. Let's move forward and look at another answer. An alternative approach suggests that the issue arises because you're using the same action, load course, for both fetching courses and creating a new course. When you create a course, the API returns an object which doesn't have a map function, leading to the error. The user also recommends using race status 200 JSON in your API to ensure a proper response structure. This way, you can differentiate between fetching courses and creating a new course. Let's move forward and look at another answer. An alternative solution suggests adding a new action to handle the creation of a course. First, create a course added action that includes both the course and the response. Then, modify the create course function to dispatch this action after successfully posting to the server. Next, update your reducers to manage both fetching courses and adding a new course. Use combine reducers to handle the state for courses and responses separately. Finally, connect your component to the new response state and display it if needed. This allows you to show the response from the server after creating a course. Here's the pro tip I promised. Always validate the data structure you're working with before trying to map over it. This simple habit can save you a lot of headaches down the road. And there you have it. By checking your actions, state management, and adding a simple validation, you can resolve the type error and keep your application running smoothly. If you found this helpful, hit the subscribe button for more tips, and don't miss our bonus pro tip on effective debugging.